What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a review on the newest version of the iTaste VV from Innokin. What they did is they took away the magnet connection and added an eGo connection without the threads on the side, so you're not going to be able to use a cone, but anything like a Stardust or whatever that requires the eGo connection is going to work on it. No longer have to worry about taking your magnet in and out and all that. This is the chameleon color. As you see, it's like really sparkly. Right now it looks kind of black. Depending on the light situation is how the color is going to look. It can go from like green to purple. It's a rather cool paint job on it. I mean, it's really slick. It's got a nice clear coat on it. Seems to be nice and durable. It does have kind of like a rattly button on it, but no big deal. The same 3-click on and off safety feature. Click it 3 times and it'll turn the device off. It also resets your puff counter down here. Click it 3 more times, turn it back on. And it's got the green light, yellow light, red light system to let you know where your battery stands at. When it's green, it's fully charged. When it's yellow, it's about halfway. And when it's red, it's getting ready to die. Really nice eGo connection on it. Nice, thick, durable metal. Not sure what it is. Could be stainless steel. It's got a nice chrome finish to it. It's nice and sturdy. It's not gonna wiggle around on you or anything like that. And down here at the bottom, really nice, sleek display. Just like my other review, it's the same. You can go from 5 volts. It doesn't wrap around though. You have to click back down here to go back down. You can go to 5 volts to 3.3. So 3.3 up to 5 volts. Variable voltage, 0.1 increments. Not a bad little device. It's got a charging port in the bottom for mini USB. Charge it right on up. Vape on it as it's charging, so it works as a pass-through. No flaws on it that I can see. Let's go ahead and put on one of the new clearomizers that Innokin has come out with. It's pretty much just like the Stardust. It has short wicks on it. Has the screw top, drip tip with a little O-ring on it to prevent leaking. Screw it on and off. I'll go ahead and fill one of these up and we'll see how this thing vapes. You tilt it to the side. Let your juice run right down the side. Really easy to feel. You want to fill it up right to the tip of the wicks. It's okay if you go a little bit over. And once you fill it, what you want to do is wait just a little while and give it a couple primer puffs to make sure that your wicks is nice and saturated, because you don't want to just fill it up and go to vaping right away, because you'll end up burning your coil in there, your wick and coil. What you can do is hold both the buttons at the same time, and it'll give you the suggested voltage of what you should vape whatever you put on it at. Like if you put a low resistance atomizer on it, it's going to tell you to vape it at a lower voltage, of course. And with a higher resistance atomizer, it's going to tell you to vape it at a higher voltage. But hold down both buttons at one time, and this will give you the recommended voltage, what you should vape, what you have on it at. So it's telling me I should vape this at 3.3 to 3.9. Let's see what I have it on. Let's put it on 3.3 and see how it vapes. I actually metered these and they're about around 3 ohms, so that's really a low voltage recommendation in my opinion for a 3 ohm atomizer. I might have to end up taking it to 5 volts to get a satisfactory vape out of it. But what you want to do is, after you let it set for a little bit, give it a couple primer pulls, without hitting the button. You'll see bubbles start to go around in there. You just want to make sure you got that wick nice and saturated before you go to turn the power on to this sucker. So let's give it a toke. Not bad for 3.3 volts on a 3 ohm clear miser. Really not bad at all. Let's go ahead and take it up a little bit. Let's see. It's at 3.3 now. We can take it up to, I say 4.2. See how it hits. That's a really nice vape off these right here. I want to say the next best thing to dripping. The flavor is just so much better than a cartomizer. All the time when I have like new people asking me what they should buy, what they should get, I always recommend the Stardust type clear misers to them, just because it's so easy to use, it doesn't leak, and it provides a really nice all-day vape. Really nice kicking the ass throat hit and vapor reduction at 4.2 volts. So this thing is pushing out some pretty good power. I actually did hook it up to my multimeter, and whatever I set it to is pretty much what my multimeter is telling me. So I mean, that's not under load though. I'm sure once you put something on it, and it's gonna drop down a couple, a couple tenths. But overall, the new and improved iTaste is a very nice unit. It's nice and sleek. It ain't all big and bulky like most variable voltage devices out there. I think it has around 800 mAh battery, so it might not last you all day, but it does use PWM, that's pulse width modulation, and PWM in my opinion is really efficient. So you pretty much can get an all day vape off of this before you have to recharge it, but recharging is really simple. You just plug it in, plug it up to your wall, comes with a nice pull out wall adapter and everything, and you can vape on it as it's charging. So it's really no need for two batteries unless you want to take them out and about. But they have improved the other style as well. This is a white one with the magnet connection, with an upgraded magnet connection. I know some vendors and people are calling these version 3s, so that's pretty much just what I'm going to call them. I'm going to say this is the version 2. No, this is the version 3. And this might be the version 2.5. That's just what I'm going to call it for the sake of review. But this is the upgraded magnet connection style. Kind of hard to get out now. You have to pretty much screw something onto it to get it out. I'll go ahead and screw this atomizer onto it so I can pull it out right quick. And this is the X4 connection, which is 510. The connector itself hasn't changed. It's the exact same from the old X4. What has changed is the magnet down in here. They put a really nice chrome finish to it, so it's got better I think they might have plated it in silver because it's got a lot more better conductivity. I know on the older versions I found myself having to wiggle it back and forth to get it to fire sometimes, because when I hit the button it wouldn't fire. And what they did is they improved the way these go up and down. You can push, see how I just pushed that in, it was sticking out. You can push these, pull them in and out. See how that raised up a lot? Get you like a little screwdriver or something to push it back down. See it come out? And this down in here is spring loaded. Let's see if I can't show it to you. Get a good angle on it. The screwdriver sticking to the magnet. But as you see, and if you can see, you ain't gonna be able to see it, but on that little pin down in there, spring loaded, it pushes up and down, so it adjusts to your little adapter right here. When you screw something on it really tight, it's gonna push this down a lot, and it's gonna kind of wiggle around on it. Let's go ahead and put one of the new Tidy 10 clear misers on it. This is the new Tidy 10 clear miser. It comes with this nice drip tip that's really wide to fit over top of your white plug, and it makes it nice and finished looking. Nice little innovation from Innokin. And these right here, you don't have to fill them with a syringe. You just simply pop this out right here, which is pretty easy to do. Pop that out, and as you see, you just tilt and fill just like the star does. Put your little thing back down in it. After you fill it up, put your drip tip on it, and what you want to do, again, you're going to have to do primer puffs. And you'll see little bubbles come up from the primer puff. That makes sure your wick is nice and saturated. So let's go ahead and screw one of these down. The tighter you screw it, the more this is going to wiggle. If you back it off a little bit, it's not going to wiggle as much. It's going to be nice and sturdy. What they did, I think, is they added, they made this like kind of a smaller and added little indentions in it to where it can grab it more. It does not wiggle around as much as the older version, but it does wiggle around quite a bit. I mean, it's not going to fall out or anything like that. But mainly the biggest improvement I've seen is the coating over the magnet to keep it to where when juice gets in there and whatnot, it's not going to mess up your conductivity. Really nice magnet though. It's really strong. Holds it down in there pretty tightly. It's not going to fall out on you no matter how hard you shake it. Let's see what this recommends. 3.5 to 4.3. So let's put it on 4.3. Let's take it down to about 3.7 and see how these new Tidy 10 clear miser vapes. Vape's rather damn good. Let's turn it up a notch. To 4.3, it's maximum recommended voltage. Starting to get a little wicking issue now that I'm vaping it back to back like that. These Tidy 10s, they got a really good flavor to them. Tastes better than a cartomizer. But I find myself having to take a lot of power drags, non-powered drags, primer puffs, to wet the wicks constantly. They still need to improve the juice flow to the wicks just a little bit more, because I like to chain vape. I vape pretty much back to back and cannot chain vape with this without giving it dry pulls in between. But it's not a bad looking little car though. They improved the look of it. Got a nice little base down here, and it says Tidy 10 and a bunch of numbers. I haven't yet have it to have any conductivity issues like I did with the older versions. The version 2. Overall, a pretty good improvement. Definitely recommend them to new people and advanced vapors alike. It's just a nice way to, it's square, it's different. It looks sleek, it looks nice, it's small, and it'll pretty much last you all day on one charge, depending on how you vape. And if you vape light, you could possibly make it last a couple days. Overall, the one I would recommend the most would be the eGo connection. It's just rock solid. You don't have to fiddle around with magnets, move it around and whatnot. They should just permanently switch it over to the eGo connection, in my opinion. It's just a lot more sturdier, a lot more sleek looking. Overall, just better in my opinion. So if you get one of these, I'm going to recommend to you that you get the one with the built-in eGo connection and no magnets. And the magnets is nice if you have like several different cartomizers set up on different magnets or whatever, but this is pretty much the way to go. And the chameleon collar, I definitely recommend that. It's not purple like the pictures show on the website or whatever. It's more black with silver specks in it. Really nice paint job on it. And they vape like a champ. All the way from 3.3 to 5 volts, you can definitely tell when you change it 0.1 increment. You can definitely tell it. It's not like the lava tube weak when you get it up to 5 volts. I'm not really sure on the amp limit. I'll try to look that up and put it in some annotations or whatever. But till then, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check back for more reviews. I might do a follow-up review on these. I've been using them for a couple weeks now, so here in about a month or so I'll do a follow-up review to show you the longevity of it and everything. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always,